So now let me talk about SEO techniques. There are mainly two SEO techniques, guys: white hat and black hat. White hat and black hat. So now let me draw a simple diagram. Here again, let me take a two people. This time, Mohan and Chandu. This is our destination, bus stop or bus stand, whatever. There are two people. One is, here is Mohan and here is Chandu. Okay. So now what Mohan have thought Mohan do is, Mohan has to reach out the bus stop. He has choose to the proper way. That means he has choose to the highway to reach out the bus stop. So that was the general way to go to the bus stop actually. But if he goes in a highway, he has to follow all the traffic rules. If he has to reach out the bus stand, definitely he has to follow all the traffic rules and reach out the destination. But it is safe to go in this way. Why? Because he will be following all the traffic rules, and the roads also would be very clear and all. There would be no risk here. Okay, so it is very safe, but the only disadvantage is that it will take a longer time to him to reach the destination. So whereas Chendu here, so what Chendu have chosen is, Chendu have chosen a shortcut. Chendu have chosen a shortcuts to reach out the bus stand here. So what happens if we choose the shortcuts to reach the destination? Yes, of course, we may reach the destination very sooner. But what is there? There is a lot of risk here. So he might end up damaging his vehicles, or he might end up, getting into some risks and all. So why? Because this is illegal way to reach the destination. You should not prefer the shortcuts anytime, because there is a danger or there is some risk over here. But the advantage is that you may reach out sooner, but if you are lucky, then you will reach the destination properly. If you are unlucky, then you will end up being in middle, right? So getting into the risk or getting into the damages, you will end up here. Okay, if you are lucky, you may reach it. But whereas here, proper way, it will take a longer time, but definitely you will reach the destination. That is compulsory. The same way here, white hat means a proper way, or else techniques which are legal, or techniques which does not violates the Google terms and conditions. And then black hat means it's an illegal way. Black hat means it's an illegal way, or the techniques which violates the Google terms and conditions. So whereas Google does not like this black hat techniques. So why? Because people are trying to cheat the Google by performing some black hat techniques, whereas Google always prefer white hat techniques. Why? Because these techniques are a very genuine and very proper way to reach the goal. Here, what is your destination? Destination is being on first position, right? So no, this is our destination. So we have to make our website on top when someone searches for one keyword in a Google or in SCRP. So that is what our destination. In order to reach out on top, many people have performed lot of techniques. So we can make our website on top by performing white hat and black hat too. But white hat will take a longer time, black hat will take a shorter time, but it have a lot of risks. Okay, so now let me talk about few black hat techniques. Before I talk about white hat and what to do, these white hat techniques are to-do lists, and black hat techniques are not to-do lists. So what you should not do. Before I talk about what to do to reach your destination, I will talk about what not to do. So if I talk about what not to do, then you will be able to do what exactly you have to do. Okay. So the first black hat. Black hat means, as I said, it violates the terms and condition. It is like cheating a search engines and getting a rankings. So the topmost black hat techniques that people have used was keyword stuffing. What is this keyword stuffing? This time, let me take Lordson. So now this is a Google. Here it's a user. Now Lordson want to make his website when some makes his website on top when someone searches for thriller movie. This is his main keyword. Don't think that I'm fond of triple R movie. I'm not too much passionate, but I got something in my mind. I'm just giving. Okay, triple R movie. Lordson want to make his website on top when someone searches for triple R movie. So what happened, he just inserted only the keyword, guys. Only the keyword. There is no other information. Okay. So what Google will do when Google visit his site for crawling? So Google have noticed that his website consists of triple R movie keywords repeated. So what Google will think? Google is just a machine, guys. Okay, it is just a machine. It is not a human being to understand the meaning. Google works according to the algorithms it has set up. That's it. So now what Google will think? Arey yeah, this website have repeated the triple R movie keyword. So maybe this website is very famous. Maybe this website might be providing a great information for triple R movie keyword. So I have to make this website on top when someone searches for triple R movie. So what happened? Google have made this website on top when someone searches for triple R movie. So coming to the user, let us talk from the user's perspective also once. Now you tell me, when a user visits Lordson website which has only the keywords repeated. Now tell me guys, do you think the user will satisfy with this information?
No, man.
No. Why
No.
no? Why no?
We will not get the enough information with that website.
Right, very good. So here what is happening? User wants some information. Instead of providing the information, you are just showing them keywords. Definitely user will not feel happy. So tell me guys, who is the ultimate goal for Google? Who is the ultimate source of Google? It's a user. Google is working mainly for the user. Now here user is facing a bad experience. So finally Google will feel bad if user faces bad experience. Now you tell me, in your case, assume that you are a normal person who doesn't know about all this Google and all. So if you don't find some information on Google perfectly, so what do you say? What do you say? You just say that, "Arey, yeah, Google is not providing me good information," right? You'll just, what you'll say, you'll just give all the burden for a Google, yes or no? You'll just uh, take the Google name, that's it. You don't know who is exactly providing you the data, right? So you just say that, "Arey, no, Google is not providing me the exact information." So finally, you'll just say the word of Google, that's it. So, who is facing the bad consequences here? Google is facing the consequences here. So, who is the origin for this? For all these bad experiences, who is the responsible? I mean, who is the person who is responsible for all these consequences? This guy, right?
Platform.
This guy, right? So what Google will do, Google have noticed that due to this website everyone are facing the issues. So Google started punishing this website. This in the sense, a website which performs keyword stuffing, a websites which perform keyword, that means a websites who repeats the keywords, then Google will punish in the sense it will penalize. I mean, Google will not remove your website, Google don't have option of blocking your websites anyhow. Google just remove your site from the SCRP results. Google just don't give you the rankings if you perform this. Okay, so this is one of the malpractices, one of the topmost black hat techniques that people have performed, and got a rankings, and finally Google have penalized even. Okay, this is the topmost. So this is the black hat techniques that you should never ever perform. Please do remember. Okay. Right. The next thing is changing the font color to background color. Font color to background color. So now guys, tell me, what is my background color?
White.
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 So what happens if I change my background color to, sorry, what happens if I change my text color to background? Can you see
We
anything?
can't see anything.
We can't see
Nobody.
anything, right? So the same way here, let's say this time let me take Ameya. So this time Ameya have created one page and he divided the page into two sections. Okay. This time what he has done is on top section he wrote only the keywords. Only the keywords, and in the bottom section he wrote a good information. So he is giving a good information. So now this top section is there, right? He has changed the background color. He has changed the font color to a background color actually. The top section he has changed the text color into a background color. So now the background color, the text would be white color. So will anyone, when a user visits this site, from where he will start reading? From here he will start reading. Why? Because the top section is invisible, the top section is hiding, so human beings cannot detect what is hidden. But whereas Google, don't you think Google will find? Google is a machine. Don't you think Google will find what is hidden here, what is changed? Of course Google will see what is
Yeah.
hidden. It is a machine. So Google found that okay, this person might be hiding something, this person is changing the font color to a background color. Why he has to change it? So unless until he want to hide something, yes or no? So as he is hiding something, there must be something wrong, right? So Google will not like the font colors changing to a back. You can have multiple colors for the color or text, but you should not make it to background color. This is a blunder that you should never ever perform. Okay, so make sure you don't use the colors for a text. Yes, of course you can use it, but don't make it to background color. This is not at all going to work out. Okay, this is one more black hat techniques. The next thing is cloaking. I think this you must have faced in your real time life, I guess. So let me just show you. So guys, tell me, when you tried opening one website, instead of seeing that information, you have seen some other information. Have you ever noticed?
Yes, ma'am.
Noticed, huh?
Sometimes.
Mainly it will happens with the movie rules. You didn't notice? Did you notice anytime? So when you search for
No.
movie rules, you will click one website, right? So you will click one website. It will not redirect to movie rules. It will redirect to too many other pages. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, this is called cloaking, guys. Cloaking is something showing one content for a user, showing another content for a Google. So in front of Google, you will act like a good guy. Okay, in front of Google you'll act like a good guy, so you will say to Google that I am a good guy. But when a user click on your site, you will make them to redirect to too many bad pages. Okay, so now let's say when a Google, this is for a Google, you have shown this content for a Google, but when a user click on this, you made them to redirect to some bad websites. So I think you might have noticed, right? So it's like showing unrelevant stuff for the user. So I can show you the live example also, but I'm not sure whether it will show you now or not. Let me search for, plenty are there if you can see. All right. So but when I click this, Okay, it is a movie rules. Okay, but when you try clicking on one movie, it will take you to some other. Let me see this. Can you see where it is redirecting to? Siki, can you see this? I'm redirecting to too many, unrelevant URLs. Can you see? There is no relation between the stuff I'm looking out for and redirection. Let me click on another. Let's say Induvardhan. Okay, let me Lalbagh. Let me click on this. Can you see again where I'm redirecting to? Yes. If you can see, just now I have shown you the examples, right? These are like cloaking, guys. Okay. So showing one content for a user and showing another content for a users. Okay. So whereas for a Google, they have just said that this is the only page they will redirect to. But whereas for a user, we are redirecting to some other page. Okay. This is called simply the cloaking. Okay. This is also one of the black hat techniques that you should never ever perform. Then finally is a doorway pages. Doorway pages is nothing but no, this is like have you ever noticed, guys, when you visit SCRP page, when you visit to SCRP, you have clicked on few results in SCRP and you have redirected to some website. So let's say you have clicked this result and got redirected to the website, and you read the blog and you came back to SCRP and clicked on the second result. After clicking on the second result also, you've been to the same website again, and again you came back to the SCRP and clicked on the third result, again redirected to the same website. Have you ever noticed? Once after clicking the multiple results on SCRP, your website you got redirected to the same website again and again. Noticed? Yes or no? Noticed?
No, no, no.
No. Oh, in my case, I have experienced a lot. So that is called doorway pages, guys. So this is also one of the black hair techniques that you should not. Why? Because now website is there. A person who visited your website, he have already read your information. He might want some other extra information. What is the point of making him to redirect always to your site? All the time making the same person redirect, it is so annoying for the user. So you should not do. This is also one of the malpractices that people have performed and got punished by a Google. So this is also one of the black hat.